I don't know if I did a video like this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it. But you remember how back in the day, so many older YouTubers go out their way to be this wacky or crazy or different type of personality, and years later they end up just straight up doing a 180 on their character and actually being like more of a calm, collected person, or being their real self now than they used to be. I never understood that. I never really understood that, and it always was a weird thing to me as I kind of saw this growing up, because it's just like, why not just be you out the gate? I get it. People can definitely find you boring if you just, speak really calm and collected, because people like wacky and crazy stuff, like trying to go ahead and beat somebody's ass because they stole a brick from your house. Like, I can understand that shit. Like, shit can get very much boring easily, but at the very same time, just be you though. And it's like, you don't have to necessarily just change your personality to become something different. You could just up yourself up in a little bit of a higher level than anything else. And again, that's just a major thing for me, right? And that's the reason why day one of this channel, I didn't really change anything from what I was going to do or what I wanted to kind of be a part of when it comes down to it, because at the end of the day, I just want to make anime related content and things that interest me, honestly. So that's really what this channel is mainly for and what it's about. And when it comes down to it, it has obviously not been the greatest ride of all time, because yeah, it takes a while to grow a channel when it comes down to you doing your own original stuff and not necessarily being like everybody else or telling the same jokes as everybody else, playing the same games as everybody else, being in that same style of content like everybody else when it comes down to it, right? Because obviously, if you look at a corporate VTuber and you look at an indie VTuber or my ass, when it comes down to it, you can definitely tell there's a level of different content being made, different types of jokes being said, and all that sort of stuff. One has to put up a front and a face of things, and then the other one obviously can put up whatever type of front or whatever type of face they want to, because 9 times out of 10 they're putting on their real selves. They're putting on their real selves to do what they need to do and just enjoy their time. And you know what the crazy part is? You are more susceptible to get hated on or to have people to hate you because you're acting like your real normal self, which is absolutely positively dumb, because you can have someone that does the same style of content as you, someone that's even more bigger and more powerful than you, and then still you're the one that gets basically the short end of the stick, and it makes quite literally no kind of sense. Like, none whatsoever. And when it comes down to it, it is something that a lot of people on the indies, a lot of smaller content creators just in general have to deal with, and for quite literally no type of reason. People just want to be themselves, and that's essentially why you get so many fake ass people and so many deranged, delusional, and honestly reputation ruining content creators half the time, because they're probably faking what they are instead of just being what they are off rip. I get it. It's a slow ass journey to become a content creator. Trust me, I know. 5 years almost of doing this content creation, I should have been higher. I should have been higher by now. I'll be real with you. But when it comes down to it though, would I just sit here and just change everything to do so I could get to that point? No, obviously I wouldn't do that, because it's just like, if you can't accept me here, then what the hell is the point of trying to go to a whole nother level and a whole different thing and then just going ahead and doing that? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And that's most likely the reason why I haven't really thought about maybe potentially joining an agency of a VTubing, because it's just like, there's so many times where you see content creators on that level kind of have to act a very specific way, have managers about them, tell them what to do, and all that sort of stuff, where on the indies you don't have that, or just in general, it's not necessarily a thing that you super in most like really need, or at least you can have it, but and it probably help you, but at the very same time, is it something that's like mandatory? No. Hell, it's no surprise that while the pandemic went on at the time, it's no surprise that there was like a shit ton of content creators and VTubers coming out the woodworks to become what they are when it comes down to it. Because who wouldn't want to get a pie of the damn slice of YouTube? I'm pretty sure plenty of people around the world will want to have this. And just trying to become one of those people is incredibly difficult, especially when you're trying to be real with your audience and real with the people around you and things of the sort. Try not to change up and things like that. It's incredibly difficult, but at the very same time, it's something that if you're strong enough and you can do, it's possible. Nothing ain't really too impossible unless you just decide to give up or something else sort of happens, but still, nonetheless, you can absolutely do it. Hell, the whole reason why YouTube is even a whole platform in the first damn place is because it's about really you, right? You are essentially your own type of brand, your own type of slogan or whatever, in a way, to kind of carry yourself, to basically be the leader of your own type of country, of your channel, and then essentially just do what you got to do to not only thrive on the channel and platform, but at the very same time show people what you're about. And that's like a whole major thing that I feel like so many different YouTubers have forgotten about, or don't even care to think about when it comes down to it. Because anybody could easily become a Mr. Beast, anybody could easily become a Corey Kenshin or so, anybody could easily become any of those people, but can there be someone that be you though? I don't think there's a lot of people that's willing to or wanting to do that, which makes when people do reach that high level and they have always been themselves even more special, because damn well that they're good at what they can do and they're just someone that is potentially deserving of that position. As for myself though, I know I'm not necessarily the most perfect person on the planet. I know I don't probably give you a lot of the content that you probably want to see a lot of the time. I probably don't even say a lot of the right things a lot of the time, or think the right things a lot of the time when it comes down to it. My style of content may not be something that you want to go out and watch particularly. I may be the last person you want to watch, essentially. And you know what? That's fine. Because at the end of the day, just like with, a lot of things within anime as we discuss on this channel, if it's not for you, you can obviously go somewhere else. There is plenty of people that you can find, that you can enjoy, that you can watch content of, and thoroughly just have a good time watching without necessarily ever looking at whatever content I do, or whatever content some other VTuber does, or whatever content creator or whatever people do. Because at the end of the day, there's 8 billion people on this effing planet. You don't have to be super attached to me. But at the very end of the day, if it is something that you do like, and if it's something that you do enjoy, then stick around. See what we go about and do, honestly, right? Instead of just trying to, I don't know, hate, or maybe do some weird harass thing or whatever the hell, instead of just going about that route, just let's see what happens when this guy goes further than where he potentially could have been before. Let's see if he can actually evolve in some shape and form. And that's the spirit of what I want to do, is just basically evolve. Because again, 5 years, almost 5 years of content creation is a long ass time. And 2000 is cool, but there should have been more for this right now. There should have been way more to show for this, and the fact that we haven't is kind of ridiculous. So, and we're almost at 3,000, but let's be real, 3,000, we should have had way more than that, to be absolutely real with you. Granted, I understand the difficult task when it comes down to it, because even getting 2,000 people to watch you, to know about you in any shape or form, is ridiculously crazy. Because in a percentage wise of just YouTube itself, it's only 8% of people who make it to this point. 8% of people on the entire platform. That's kind of crazy and ridiculous when you really think about it. So just again, in general, when you are doing content, or if you are someone that does content, or you want to, obviously the big thing I would 100% tell you is to be yourself. Because at the end of the day, obviously, you can sit here and fake a personality, but when that time comes that you might want to change it up and be the real you, there could be a good chance people may not accept you because of that. And that could definitely be a hassle and a half that you might not want to deal with. But if you just been like that from the beginning, there's probably a good chance that you can actually do something with that, right? Actually show that, you are worth a damn and you're worth someone's attention and time. And that's kind of like the whole point. Hell, that's the reason why for a lot of these videos, I try to think of an idea that's actually worth your time to watch instead of just, trying to waste it in some shape and form. Which I know with the content I kind of do and how many different videos I've done and the style of them, a lot of them do feel a little, all over the place and kind of hard to tell. But I just try to put the best idea I can forward and then just see what happens. And maybe something like this video, even if it were to, just reach a high level like some other videos that we've done, if that works, then hey, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's kind of up to the algorithm and kind of up to you when it comes down to sharing it and all that type of stuff. So it is what it is when it comes down to it. But the biggest thing is obviously just be yourself, right? And plus, who knows, maybe at some point in time in the future, if you do become somebody crazy and big, and if I were to do so, I might be a hero to somebody in some strange, weird shape and form. And I would like to honestly, be some type of thing to somebody, because this world sucks. It's completely ass. Let's just be real. And if I can provide some type of not only light, but also entertainment and ideas and creativity and, some of my own personal beliefs and things like that regarding how life is and stuff in a way onto you in some shape and form in a positive way, then I think I've done what I needed to do as far as to get you across to this side, right? So that just is what it is. For me personally, obviously, hitting big milestones is the big goal of what we have to do here. But at the very same time, none of that really means anything if people don't know who you really are. So that just kind of is what it is. Haven't really changed since day one. Just kind of gonna be honest, transformed a bit, but haven't really changed the core values. But that's essentially all I really have to say for this one. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification everywhere else. Also follow me on socials, and let's donate to the channel. Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's boy Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.